On the most recent episode of The Tim Dillon Show, Tim took a political stance on the Epstein files. Tim made the claim that Hillary agreed to testify in front of Congress just so she can spill everything and destroy Donald Trump. In typical Republican fashion, Tim found a way to spin the conversation about Epstein into one about the Clintons, and in such a creative way. Take a look.
Her life force is almost over. She's about to go to her home planet. The one thing that she has left to do, truly, is destroy Donald Trump. She has nothing left to do. There's nothing. What does she do? What does she get? What does she give a fuck about spending time with her grandchildren? Grow the fuck up. She's got a mission, and it's a headshot. She wants to take him out. She wants calls for him to resign. She wants, yes, in the blood, to the left. There. Big. That's Hillary right now. Getting ready for the hearing. She's getting ready for the hearing right now. She has one thing left to do. And it's destroy Trump. Because I don't know what Trump was a part of. But he's probably fucked some underage people, I would imagine. And God only knows what else. He's been accused of horrible things in these files. Now Trump's saying he likes Bill Clinton. Play this. Because Trump knows. Here's what Trump knows. Trump didn't fear Hillary when she had something to lose. Do you understand? When Hillary needed the dark overlords, when she needed them, he didn't fear her. Now that she doesn't need them and she's about to slip her skin suit and go back to her home planet, he knows that she will go in front of Congress. There she is with her husband, Bill, and they're going to light this shit on fire. They're going to talk about Trump. They're going to talk about everything. Let's play the video where Trump is talking about liking Bill Clinton.
But it bothers me that somebody's going after Bill Clinton. See, I like Bill Clinton.
Oh.
I still like Bill.
What do you like about him?
I liked his behavior toward me. I thought he got me. He understood me.
He's guilty. It's guilt. This is guilt. He knows. I like Bill Clinton. He knows Overlord Damas Guinness is coming. Now, Hillary and Bill, I wonder if they're going to make it to the hearing. Will they make it to the hearing? Will they make it? Here's what I think it'll be. I think someone tries to get him. Somebody shoots her in the chest, and she falls down. And the CIA, Mossad, whatever, whoever they contracted goes, we got her. And then all of a sudden, like a horror film, you just see a shadow 15 feet tall on the wall. And she gets up because she's unkillable. She's unkillable. They realize it. They go, what the fuck? Because she's here for a purpose. Hillary and Bill, I'll be so disappointed. They have to light themselves on fire to take Trump out. They want public calls for his resignation. That's what they want. There's no reason they would do this. For what? They have nothing left. They have nothing left other than the idea that you can light this guy on fire.
Hillary stand by her man Clinton. Doing the right thing? Impossible. The currently held opinion is that she's testifying to set a precedent so that we can force future presidents to testify, and so that Donald Trump will have to. Wouldn't it be amazing if Tim was right and the vengeful bitch decides to take one last stand? But this isn't Hillary's first rodeo, and she knows how to lie. That meeting is going to be dry. In an alternate universe where Hillary Clinton was principled and good, she would take down Donald Trump. But she is a witch, and so it's not going to happen. We can imagine what it would be like, though, thanks to Tim Dillon's amazing hypothetical analogy right here.
But let's take a quick break for that man who killed himself by putting his head in that fryer. Was that at Wendy's? Where did he do this?
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden? Let's just take a quick break here because it's been very dark as an episode. I want to take a minute. This is a male cook who tried to kill himself by he put his head in the fryer at Olive Garden. So here's what happens, right? He's at Olive Garden, and he's doing it. Chopping it, sauteing it. I'm imagining, I don't know what this goes on at Olive. He's sauteing it. He's chopping the onion. And then some guy goes, yo, it's fucking busy. He goes, yeah, I know it's busy. And he's doing it. He's putting the hot rolls in the baskets and they're burning his fingers, but he's doing it and he's doing, yo, it's fucking busy, bro. Table 6 needs bread. I'm doing it as fast as I can. Now he's in one of the darkest places in America, truly an Olive Garden kitchen. That might be worse than that show it again. Show the shark. That might be better than the Olive Garden kitchen. Now, he's in an Olive Garden kitchen. He's putting the hot rolls. Now, these are the people who don't get abducted in human traffic. They end up doing this. It's not good either. He's putting the rolls of bread in the basket. He's putting them in the basket quick, and he's chopping the onions. He's got it because he's also prepped. He's doing some prep. But he's also filling in. He's doing a few different jobs because someone called out. Sarah called out because she's got to go to family court and get her kid back. So he's in the Pennsylvania Olive Garden. He's putting the hot rolls. And they're tasty, those little rolls, aren't they? And he's putting the ranch in the little cups. And he's putting the ranch in the little cups. And he says to himself, listen, how much longer am I going to put the ranch in these little cups? He says to him, he has that thought. He says, let's be honest. How much longer am I going to take this industrial sized thing of ranch and put it in tiny little cups and serve it with the calamari, which is really like buffalo testicle. It's not even calamari, but whatever. It's actually tasty. The point is this. And a lot of people like the ranch with the breadsticks. Pretty good. He's on his 17th ramekin of ranch that he fills. And it hits him. He goes, this could all end right now if I just stuck my head in the fryer in front of everyone. And it'll be such a harrowing image. That even though I'll be dead, the people who in this restaurant that see this will be guilted with this forever because they were mean to me and they were not nice. And this image of me putting my head. Now, by the way, this doesn't work. That's why I'm against suicide. no one cares. If you literally if I was mean to you and then you killed yourself in front of me, I literally wouldn't care. So don't do it. Stay alive. But here's my point. And I'm never mean to anyone, truly. But here's the thing. He says to himself, the last thing I can do in this world, the last amount of power I have is to put my head in a burning fryer in front of all of these people because it might just ruin their life. Now, I want you to imagine a 2-term senator from New York and a first lady who's done a lot of dinners, a lot of interviews, a lot of book signings, and that's her putting those ramekins of ranch on the table. And she's about tired of putting those ramekins of ranch on the table. And she wants to put her head into a fryer in front of everybody else in the kitchen. Because the guy who got the job over her, the guy who's running it, who got the management position, she knows that if she sticks her head in the fryer, he's not going to be able to be manager anymore. They're going to fire him. They're going to say, who drove her to stick her head in the fryer? There's going to be calls for that man's resignation. It's not going to bode well at other Olive Gardens that he presided over the head in fryer incident. She knows that as she sits in Qatar and slinks around in her skin suit. She knows. Get up, get that face. She knows that the one thing she has left to do is put her head in the fryer. The one thing Hillary Clinton has left to do is put her head in the fryer in front of everybody in the kitchen at Olive Garden, because when you've worked in Washington as long as she has, it's all an Olive Garden kitchen. You're just putting the bread in the baskets, education subsidies in the basket. There you go. Oh, this has less calories, actually. It's pretty good. We use the light ranch dressing. Oh, crime bill. Blah. So all it is, it's just a workplace. You're in the kitchen. That's all she does is in the kitchen. And she's now not the manager, and she knows she'll never be the manager. She's out of the game. She's just putting ranch dressing in the ramekin. She's just chopping the onion. She's just putting the bread in the basket. She don't want to do it anymore. The fuck she care about the future of the Democratic Party? Get the fuck out of here. Legacy. Your ass. She's putting her head in the fucking fryer. In front of everyone. The sound of the skin. The smell of the burned hair. The scream of the first person who notices it. The scream heard round the world. That's all she's got left. All she has left to do is put her head in the fryer. I knocked something out there. It doesn't matter. I can't see anything anymore. It doesn't matter.
The Olive Garden analogy Tim uses comparing the individual that committed suicide in the fryer to Hillary Clinton was very funny, while being very frustrating. I got a few laughs out of it, so I will give him that, but I do find it annoying that Tim only ever targets Democrats when talking about Epstein most of the time, but it was a good bit. So long as I don't think about the fact that in this analogy Trump is merely an innocent victim, the bit is good. Trump was just someone in the wrong place at the wrong time, and not someone who took an active role. Come on, Tim. Why are you making excuses and minimizing Trump's role? It's a very sneaky way to get the heat off of Trump and onto prominent Democrats, and it stinks. If I didn't know any better, I would say Tim has been bought and paid for. Oh, wait. And I want to be mad that Tim is making Trump a bystander in his analogy, but like I said, it's just too good of a bit to be mad at him.
The most powerful thing in politics is self-immolation. Willing to light yourself on fire. Willing to light yourself on fire, not caring who gets burned in the process. They want to do a public hearing. They want to do something with spectacle. They want something to be haunting. They want it to be big. Because this is the last thing they have left to do. I'm telling you. And Trump knows it, and he's scared. You can feel it. These are people with nothing to lose. They're dangerous. Hillary can do one more thing on this earth, and she knows it, and it's sink Trump. She can only do one more thing on this planet, and she knows it. The only thing Hillary Clinton has left to live for right now is to destroy Donald Trump. She's got a mission, and it's a headshot. She wants to take him out. There's no reason they would do this. For what? They have nothing left. They have nothing left other than the idea that you can light this guy on fire. They can go to hell on their terms. They can go to hell on their terms. But they got to drag him down there first.